Hi everyone, I'm Dinesh and we are Company Q. This presentation is for the ERP class CIS 601 taken by Dr. Smith at Colorado State University. We are going to talk about how well our team fared against the other teams in the market of the muesli production in SAP. The team members consist of Linghui, Majran, James and myself. The agenda for the presentation today is a brief overview of our business strategy, the performance and accomplishment of our team in the game, and the lessons learned from the game. Our business strategy. Our main business strategy was high volume and low cost production, which basically means we are planning to produce products with very high margin and then sell them for very less profit margin so that we would still make a profit and we would stay ahead of all the other teams. Our strategy aimed at having very less profit margins as I mentioned earlier, and our aim was to increase production and capacity for each quarter little by little. Our plan was to increase the capacity by 3,000 boxes every quarter and decrease the setup time by 2 hours every quarter. We created the forecast for each quarter depending upon the production capacity we had at that time, and our production capacity was always maintained by the business plan, and we followed through it. The products produced for us in this game are, we produced a lot of products, but the products which I have listed here are the products which were very useful for us and were the high top sellers in the game. And these are the final products which we stayed till the end of 8th quarter. Those products are 1 kilogram nut, 1 kilogram strawberry, 1 kilogram original, and premium products like 500 grams strawberry, 500 grams blueberry, and 500 grams mixed product. The performance and accomplishment of our team in this class is, though we were the least performing team in the market, like we were like last place team in all the first 5 quarters, but we always made profit. We never had a loss in this game, and we all, since our profit margin was very low, we were not as aggressive as our competitors. We just made profit for our team, but in order to stay ahead of the competition we had to become aggressive, and as a result in the last 3 quarters we are one of the top performing teams in terms of sales, in terms of revenue, in terms of profit. We edged out the top performing team for the first 5 quarters in the last 3 quarters, and we ended up climbing 2 spots in the last 3 quarters and finished a strong fourth in the game, which is a significant increase in the cumulative net income, and there was not much difference between the third place team and us. These are some graphs which will show the market share of our team. As you can see, like in the 1 kilogram nut we were like having one of the highest market share, and same goes for original, muesli, and in fact we had the largest market share for mixed fruit. We are selling almost like 20,000 boxes each day in the last 2 quarters, and these graphs show how our team like came from nothing and gathered a lot of market share here. And you can see our team is the purple team, which is Q, and this is the entire market share, and these are the other teams. So the next graph, this graph shows us the inventory level for round 8. These are the products which we created: 1 kilogram nut, original strawberry and blueberry mix, and strawberry in 500 grams as I mentioned earlier. And we made sure that our inventory was never low. Like we always produced and made sure that our inventory always had stock for us to sell, because we are selling a lot of products in the last 3 quarters. And these are the product mix for our products, and these are the 6 products which I mentioned, and the green and the red, the largest 2 bars in each product suggest the wheat and oats, which is like the major quantity in all the products, and the others would be the fruits, nuts, and this is the mix, as you can see, like which has everything combined in it. And this shows how much quantity each product had of each ingredient, and this shows the bill of materials, how much we spend on them. This is the production for round 8, which is like the last quarter. And as you can see, like we kept on producing our products, and you can see there are like 5 days interval for like peak product productions, because like we already had a lot in our inventory, and we had to like wait for the raw materials to arrive once we did the forecast. And we had to like we couldn't like produce every single day, because we were selling so much. We had to like keep on ordering the raw materials, and the raw materials had to come in like it took like a minimum of 5 days to an average of 8 days to come in. And but still we had a great production efficiency of almost 70%. And this is our production in the last round. The lessons learned from this game. We are hoping to achieve operational excellence by having a low profit. It worked for us in the first 5 rounds. That's why we made profit in the first 5 rounds, but it was not enough to edge out our competitors, as mentioned earlier. So we were like a little tame in the market. We had to become aggressive. So in order to become aggressive, we increased the capacity of our team production by a lot. That is, we increased 20,000 boxes in the sixth quarter, and 20,000 more boxes in the seventh quarter, and we had the same capacity, which is 70,000 in the eighth quarter. And because of this, we had like a low production cost, and we could lower our prices and sell a lot and still make a lot of profit, and we could edge out our competitors. This resulted in us like identifying many products and selling them at a low price and getting the market share of the top performing teams. We in the first 4 or 5 rounds, we just like focused on like 2 or 3 products, the normal products, and we sold them at a low profit margin. But in the end, we realized that there was a lot of imports going on, and we had to stop the imports and get the market share from the imports and the top performing team. So we analyzed the data, and we found that no one was making 500 grams mix, and we made mix, and we made a lot of profit from it. This is the inventory levels for team Q, which is ours. And you can see, as I mentioned earlier, in the first 2 or 3 or 4 rounds, you could see like we didn't have that much inventory. But afterwards, we stabilized ourselves, and we always had products in our inventory, and we always figured out what to produce. And as mentioned earlier, like we made only 3 products in the first 2 quarters, and then we figured out not many products are being made by the other teams, and we started making them too in the last 3 quarters. And this is our performance in round 8. As we have had a strong fourth position from the last position, and we borrowed a lot of money, which was 194, the debt to equity ratio, and we paid back the money to the loan, and we reduced it to 164, which is a great achievement according to us. And the cumulative net income came from 1 million to 3 million just in the last 3 quarters. And you can see there's not much difference between the third place team and the fourth place team. And you can see like we were the highest, having the largest sales in terms of the third quarter, or the eighth quarter, sorry. And our production capacity was 77, which is more, up to nearly 80%. We had a very great production efficiency, and these were the lessons which we learned from the game. And we thank you.